Have you ever wondered how many Goombas you stomped on while playing your favorite Mario game? Ever consider the loss of life you inflicted on the enemies of Hyrule to save it from Ganon's clutches? Neither have I, but it's about time somebody discovered the answer to these pressing questions. Nintendo has a reputation for creating a family-friendly ecosystem, designing games with their tender youth in mind. Their games often minimize blood and violence, whereas games available on PC and other consoles lean into these attributes. Well, I wanted to put the stereotype of non-violence to the test to see whether or not Nintendo has been playing us for a fool all along. In each episode of Nintendo Kill Count, I will play through an entire game and keep track of everything killed, whether it's an enemy or simply an adorable butterfly that happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. In each episode, I'll give a little background on the game in question, describe my playthrough, unpack any unique challenges that I encountered along the way, and finish by revealing the total kill count I inflicted as the game's protagonist. This brief introduction may have caused several questions to spring to mind, and I will attempt to address a few here. The first is, what types of games will you play? While I plan on playing a lot of Nintendo first-party franchises like Zelda and Mario, anything natively available on a Nintendo console is fair game. This will give me the freedom to play childhood favorites like Battalion Wars, movie tie-in games like Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, or even games that originally released on other consoles like Ori and the Blind Forest. That being said, there are games that I will not touch. Games without the ability to kill your enemies are out, since it would make for a pretty boring episode. Genres like sports, puzzle, and point-and-click adventure will not get a lot of love here, since in FIFA, for example, you can't actually kill any players on the opposing team. MMOs and other giant time sinks are also out, since I not only need to play through the game, I also have to watch my entire playthrough and count every creature killed. As you can imagine, this is a long, tedious process, and spoiler alert, a lot of the early episodes feature games that can be completed in under 3 hours. A second question you may be asking is, how will your playthrough objectively measure how many enemies are killed in a game? After all, if you're playing Mario Odyssey and collect the bare minimum amount of moons to complete the game, the number of enemies killed will look drastically different from someone who collects every moon. I couldn't agree more. One playthrough of a game is hardly a good sample size to measure the average total kills. Thankfully, I'm not searching for the average, but I'm simply documenting my experience with the game and sharing the results. I fully acknowledge this is an extremely subjective way to measure the kill count, and this will become even more apparent in games with open worlds or branching paths, like Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild. Knowing myself, I can already tell you that if I enjoy a game, I tend to do a lot of side content which will inflate my endgame kill count, while if I'm not enjoying my time, I will rush the main story as fast as possible. Neither playstyle is right or wrong, and if after listening to an episode and you're feeling slightly crazy, I would love it if you completed the same game and counted how many things you killed so we had more data to talk about. So is Mario, Link, Kirby, Donkey Kong, or some third-party character responsible for the most fatalities? We'll begin to explore the answer in the first episode as we play through Super Mario Bros. And document every enemy killed as an Italian plumber completes his quest to save the princess. Before you check out episode 1, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what games you want to see played in future episodes.